Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into Unintentional Love Story. We're diving into episode 7. We are making our way towards the finish line, and yeah, it seemed that towards the end of the last episode, we started to truly confess our feelings. There was some kissing happening, which is always nice, but now I'm worried for what I've been saying this entire time. He's been keeping the secret about how he ended up here and why why he ended up looking for a job here and why he had so much of an interest in him, this, that, the other. And I know that secret's going to come out and probably tear them apart a little bit, which I don't want to see, but it's going to happen. So we're going to dive in and just see where the things go.
좀 전에 나한테 할 말 있다고 하지 않았나요?
저는
He ain't gonna do it. No, maybe.
아니, 이걸 그렇게 한
Okay,
번에
liquid
하시면
courage.
괜찮아요. 이 정도는.
As long as we get it out, that's all I care about right now. Just stop. Oh, you're gonna be hungover tomorrow,
한 잔만
baby
더
boy.
마시고요.
He's like, girl, please just tell me. You're giving me a panic attack.
뜸들인 만큼 뒷감당도 해야 될 거예요.
I mean, that's not helping him get the courage to say what he needs to say. Did he say it? See, it's exactly what I've been saying. And I was optimistic there in the episode, earlier in the episode, that they were going to subvert my expectations and that we were going to go down the path of, hey, no. Especially once he started really like pounding down the alcohol, I was like, oh, we're going to have this conversation. Thank God. Because while I feel like, yes, the truth is going to hurt, it's going to hurt Taejun regardless, because we heard even further in this episode how the reason why he ended up moving out here, his history with that other guy and how it hurt him and how he felt like he couldn't trust anybody. So he built up this massive wall to protect himself, and he let this wall down to let Won Young in. So obviously it is going to hurt. Anytime you let down your guard and let somebody in and they disappoint you, it can hurt. It's inevitable. So it's going to hurt his feelings regardless, but it's going to hurt so much more if he does not hear it from you personally. And that is basically what I have been dreading and just manifesting was not going to be the case. I was hoping this time he would get it out. Won Young would be able to say it in time. He would say it before anyone else said it. And nope, he just kept dragging his feet. There were so many opportunities. Like, I can understand being nervous, this, that, and the other, but once he finally got up the courage to say, hey, I can't do this to him anymore, I quit. Cool. Great. Let's have the conversation. But he kept dragging his feet. It's like, just wait for me a little bit longer. I've got to let me figure out this, that, the other. I'm like, I'm sure that if your love is really that strong, if he really cares that much, and if you tell him now, it will hurt, he will need his time, but he will be more likely to come back to you and help you work through whatever it is you're trying to work through, whatever it is you need to plan out and figure out and all this kind of stuff. Like, handle it as a team after he does his soul searching and gets himself together. But if you don't tell him in time, if he has to hear it from somebody else, that is going to look it's 10 times worse. And the trust is just going to be demolished. And once trust is broken, it is so hard to get it back. It is so hard to fix broken trust. It can be done. It can be done, but it is so hard. So I just needed Won Young to get to him in time and tell him. And after he left and said, I quit, blah, 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 there were so many other opportunities for him to have that conversation. And it is frustrating. It is frustrating to see him not follow through with it for some aimless reason. It's like, oh, baby boy, you could have told him when you got back to the hotel or wherever you were after you quit that morning. You could have told him right when you dropped off the things there, although I wouldn't recommend it while he's doing all this clay work. You could have told him. There's so many opportunities you could have just had this conversation with him. And it's just like, oh, it's frustrating. It's nothing surprising. It's terribly tropey. We've seen it in millions of series and movies time and time again. Miscommunication is, at the root of all of these series, keeping lies and secrets and this, that, and the other. So I needed him to have that conversation, and he did not. And now that Taejun has heard it from somebody else, now we're going to be in a sucky place for the next episode and a half with these two, which I think will give us time for the other two to start to make up and potentially get to their nice ship sailing place. But for the next episode and a half, maybe the next 2 episodes, because this was episode 7, a 10 episode series. So yeah, I don't foresee them making up until episode 10. So for the next 2 episodes, it's going to be terribly unpleasant for these two, and I'm not looking forward to it because they have such cute moments, such great chemistry. When it works so well. Although, I will say, Taejun need to calm down, because this jealousy thing I'm finding quite concerning. So early in the relationship, I'm like, baby boy, we just agreed to date each other. Yes, we've had these feelings for each other for a little while now, but we just officially decided to date each other. You need to calm this jealousy thing down. I'm not out here trying to find anybody else. You're the only person I have eyes for right now. So I don't like the idea of me saying, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Oh, what if I said that I didn't want you to do that? Bitch, why? I'm not allowed to have friends? Okay, so then I go hang out with my friends, and then you show up and snatch me off the arm of one of my friends who I've known much longer than, and then we want to act like nothing happened? Want to be all cutesy romantic? No, I'm not here for this controlling bullshit. I ain't got time for this. So that's something that I feel like we need to address instead of just kind of glossing over that little detail, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to their dynamic over the next couple episodes, but I'm sure that they'll fix it in time for the final episode. But I am excited to see the other ships' dynamic start to evolve a little bit more. So we will just have to wait and see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.